Hello, 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 everyone. How are all of you? Hopefully, you're all doing good. Yes, I didn't. Oh well. Let's start with Hildibrand here. Dunn is ready to embark on another crusade for the truth. What suspiciously auspicious timing! I was just thinking of you, and suddenly you appear. As I'm sure you recall, Master Poo claimed his purpose in coming to our world was to search for a missing comrade, which is of course merely a cover for his true objective, laying the groundwork for a full-scale invasion. I understand the skeptical masses will demand proof of this sinister operation. Thus I decided to bide my time, keep my eyes open, and let things play out. And no sooner had I resolved to do so, when I received word concerning the inspector. It seems they've made progress in tracking down our alien friend. This could be my chance. I say my chance, but I can hardly stand against this cosmic conspiracy alone. You are coming along, yes? Then let's be on our way. They were headed to Palakistan, and we don't want to miss even the smallest development. Really need to let that charge. My loyal associates come to admire the spectacle of inspection, have you? As well you should. Look, Master Poo, Kyrian has come to help. Thank you, you're too kind. It was no great chore to master your tongue. The grammar and syntax is relatively simplistic. It's the Such a terrifying intellect. What hope do we have to prevail against it? So how did you narrow down the search to this particular area exactly? Why, my tried and true inspector sense, my dear fellow. All the perceptible and imperceptible signs point me in this direction, although they did neglect to include a precise location. That must rely on another tried and true inspecting technique. Interrogation. Spread out everyone and question locals on any poo-poo shaped sightings. Now that you mention it, I did see something like that in the west of the shroud. Might have mistaken it for a small child if not for the way it moved. Sort of a furtive scamper? Creepy. Oh yes, I spotted just such an odd little creature in the jungle on my way back from the city markets. Only, it wasn't alone. It was in the company of a rather unusual gentleman. Sickly pale he was, and radiating an unpleasant smell. I felt obliged to keep my distance. Have your investigations borne fruit? Mine own carefully crafted queries place an individual Master Poo-Poo's proportions in the south of the shroud. To the west, you sources say. As around, there have been a few sightings in the jungle somewhere to the north. If we have sightings to the north, south, and west, then that must mean... has more friends than here than he realized. I'm not that gregarious. I have precisely one friend on this world. Could it be doppelgangers? No, too simple, too obvious. It's more like the same alien wandering the jungle being spotted in different locations by different eyewitnesses. Which must mean we need to... I can't believe I'm suggesting this. Split up and search the whole area? A fair proposition. Very well then. Oh, are we launching a search party? Father, have you been following me? Nothing of the sort. I was engaging in feats of physicality while my mind grappled with the mysteries of Manderville weapon forging, hoping to turn perspiration into inspiration, as it were. But I'm afraid the Burning Fields wooden men are poor muses when compared to the stimulus a worthy opponent provides. May if I join you and the indomitable Kyrian in your endeavor, then happenstance will deliver the challenge I require. You are continuing the case of the silent correspondent, yes? Have you need of an extra pair of eyes? As many as you can spare. I was about to assign teams to a search, as a matter of fact. This village sits in the Shroud East, so let's divvy up the remaining directions, shall we? Nashu and I will head south. Kyrian Master Poo-Poo to the west, if you please. DeLorean, you and my father have the north. That's Delian. Also, the Shroud of the Smaga is awfully big. How are we to keep in contact, much less coordinate our efforts? I had special link pearls made for just such an occasion. We can chatter in each other's ears as much as we like. Are you mad? The Shirleyans will listen in on everything we're saying. Really? All the way out here? I shouldn't think their hearing's that good, but seeing as you must like link pearls so much, like Lord Godbert can hold the one for your team. What tremendous foresight. Now let us proceed with our investigation. The inspector wishes us to search in the west of the jungle. Yes, I will follow your lead. Just I need to kill these things. River flowing right at our feet. Many stars have I visited in the cosmos, but precious few have such a bounty of water as this one. Your home is a rare treasure. See no trace of my comrade. What are these black-furred beings? Are they friends of yours? Fellow people of Aetheris? There's a greater variety of species here than I anticipated. I shall have to collect more samples. Let's keep moving. Rocky formations in this island remind me of my home star. They have the same vibrant hues, the same stark beauty, if only. Never mind that. We have a friend to find. No sign of my friend here either. But these white-furred individuals, they are surely one of your civilized races, yes? Mind the poop throwing. I found it difficult to tell the difference. One semi-intelligent life form is much the same as another. Well, never mind. Moving on. That's oddly reductive. Nothing, not even a little burnt circle in the grass. The red I'm looking for, we grew up together. We were always together. We have shared the same dream, to roam the great expanse of the cosmos. We worked hard and supported one another, till we both had starships of our very own. Then the universe was ours to explore. How fleeting that feeling of triumph. But that is a tale for entirely. I simply wish to express how dear this friend is to me. Hello, is this thing on? This is Nashu. We think we may have found Poo-Poo's friend. Come to Perusa as quickly as you can. Yes, let's take my starship. It's the fastest way. Hail, dear comrade Master Poo-Poo. We come in peace. Pray reveal yourself. These guys again. Wait, you're the Mandragoras. I know that gentlemanly overlord's voice. Master Zombie Brand, they said you were trapped in slumber, but I rejoice to see that it is no longer the case. Gods, it's one of the Walking Dead. Greetings, friend. I am a proud member of the General Deadman, and disciple of of Master Zombie Brand. What brings you here to Thavnair? In the company of Lunasia's infamous vegetable menace, no less. Allow me some precious moments of your lifespan to explain. It was a time when the maggots in my skull grew restless and wriggly, tales of spoiled seedkin terrorizing the region of Boja reached our undead fraternity, and so on their behalf I traveled afar to recruit a rotten Mandragora. After making his acquaintance, the festering fellow wished to introduce me to his brethren, who assured me were no less rotten. Thus I make next for Lunasia, that I might extend a fetid hand in friendship. When I arrived, however, I learned that one of their companions had been abducted by a strange flying vessel. What was the General Deadman to do but aid in the search? I turned to the Thavnarian truth, that reliable bastion of supernatural rumor-mongering, and lo and behold, an alien craft matching the Seedkin's description had been spotted here on this isle. Needless to say, we embarked on our journey forthwith. Ah, one of our faithful readers. I'm pleased to see that even in undeath, the hunger for truth is not wholly subsumed by the hunger for brains. So we find ourselves on the case of a misappropriated Mandragora. This abductor will not evade my powers of discernment. Soon we'll need a case to carry all these cases. Abductor? I have a feeling we won't need to look far. I have a feeling a chocobo wouldn't be faster than this, but... Ah, that may have been me. Forgive me for taking your friend. In my sample collecting frenzy, I must have mistaken him for an edible plant of some kind. Understandable. You would not be the first to confuse a mandragora with a salad ingredient. The main thing is that he's returned to us unharmed and uneaten. All's well that ends well. Now, if you'll excuse us, we should be getting back to Thanalan. Rotting flesh and humidity is an unpleasant combination. My apologies, Master Poo Poo. We seem to have missed the mark this time. If I swear to you, I shall not rest until you are reunited with your comrade. I almost believed your keen inspector sense to be a form of prognostication, but it really was just following your gut. And I'm afraid vague inspectorial feelings will take us only so far. We have an entire world to search, and for that we need, oh, I don't know, a veritable army of inspectors? An army of inspectors. Of course, I can simply clone a multitude of Hildebrands as I did before. Now, let's not do anything rash. Oh, looks like they sent out one. Oh dear, the ship's matter duplication facility has been temperamental for a while. Now it's broken down completely. This clone is the last it will ever produce. Well, at least they're an easy one to tell apart. The old school pixelated graphics and all. Or hexagonal graphics, I should say. Name. My name is Brandy Hild. Inspector Brandyhild? Why is he so blocky? The cloning process must have failed partway through. Allow me to euthanize this abnormality. Now, let's not do anything rash. Unlike my former replicas, this one is highly unlikely to be mistaken for me. And seeing as we're looking for extra helpers, I say we press this undefined fellow into service. Welcome to the team, Inspector Brandyhild. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Their copper's just casually lifting up that giant piece of stonework. We made quite a mess of the temple ruin, but thanks to Father, it looks as good as new. Would that be as good as old? In any event, I look forward to tackling the remainder of this case with my charming new contemporary. I am delighted to be a part of it. Oh, look how shy he is. He really is very charming. Generational bonding. An unperturbed Hildibrand seeks to resume the search for Poo-Poo's comrade. An unexpected but invaluable addition to our ranks. With our members thus bolstered, I say we are ready once more to dive into the fray. Perhaps, what of our strategy? We need a new approach. If I may, assuming Master Poo-Poo's acquaintance pilots a craft of similar design, then might we not instead attempt to locate the starship? Such a striking vessel will have drawn more attention than the comparatively tiny being in question. He has a point. The Truth receives a large number of reports from readers claiming to have observed unidentified flying objects. We could review said reports, those that meet the criteria of shiny, silver, and saucer-like naturally, and then remove instances which we know to have been Master Poo-Poo. That should narrow things down considerably. Indeed, what a fantastic idea. Just the kind of brilliance one might expect of one's clone. I was about to make the very same suggestion. Well done, Inspector. I hope I've not overstepped my bounds. I am but a shadow of the original, after all. I have a stack of back issues stored in the workroom I use in the city. Poo-Poo can help me sift through them and cross out the settings that were definitely him. Shall we? Dorian has taken Master Poo-Poo to peruse the store of past publications. Let us enjoy a brief interlude until they return with the results of their investigation. We finished going through all the back issues. If we discount the areas we know Poo-Poo to have visited, it turns out that there's only one other sighting of a flying saucer, in Garlemald. The account itself was sent to me by an Imperial soldier named Numerous, who appears to be a loyal fan of the truth. All the way from the Empire, your publication has an impressively wide readership. Our audience has always been universal. After all, the desire to know the unknown transcends all borders and creeds. The saucer was spotted during the Imperial War of Succession. Beyond that, there were no meaningful details. Then we must visit the soldier fellow in Garlemald and wring him from him the entire tale. I agree. This is our only lead, and we've no choice but to follow up on it too. On it to Camp Broken Glass. Just grabbing something here. Well, grabbing two things because I need a drink. Okay, got some water. Everyone present and accounted for? Ah, we appear to be missing Master Delian. My apologies, but I had a hunch that I might save us some time. I spoke with some contingent officers, you see, and there are numerous on the roster of Allied Imperial troops. That does certainly make things easier. And were they able to point you in the direction of this numerous chap's posting? Yes, Numerius is currently with his unit, organizing a supply dump at Forum Patens. We should head over there, and hope he can spare a few moments to talk. The chill here seeps right into your bones. How are you all not shivering in that unseasonal attire? A Manderville man on a mission feels neither heat nor cold. I'm sure how one's frame of mind can overcome the reality of frostbite, but then again, reality always seems relative around the Mandervilles. Well, yeah. But that's what helps make them so entertaining. We come across any of the things, we'll make a pit stop and kill them. Hello, is there a Numerius here? I am Delian, the editor-in-chief of the Thavnarian Truth. I've come to follow up on your eyewitness account. The editor-in-chief himself, what an honor. I wish there's more to the story, but everything I know is in my submission. I've not left to tell. Unless you have something else to share. Didn't you say you saw the saucer as well? Oh, I did more than just see it. This was around the time when the fighting with Nerva's faction had escalated into an all-out war, you understand? I'm assigned to an anti-aircraft cannon and was actively surveying the enemies when the silver vessel flew into view. Some new kind of war machina, I presume, so I opened fire and knocked it out of the sky. Presumed? You mean you never got a look at the wreckage? We were at war. I wasn't about to venture in onto the battlefield to indulge my curiosity. It's probably still out there somewhere. We had to find that flying, or should I say fallen, silvery saucer. Do you have an idea of where it crashed? Not an exact location, no. Then we best have the god's own luck. Garlemald's capital region encompasses malms and malms of icy wilderness. If I may, do you happen to remember the approximate speed and bearing of the saucer and the position and firing angle of the cannon? More or less. I think an artillerist without a head for numbers wouldn't be long for the profession. That should be sufficient, thank you. I have it. The starship impacted the Earth 1,360 yalms to the northeast of our current location. Give or take a few yalms. How the seven hells did you arrive at that conclusion? Elementary algebra, my dear Delian. Assuming the craft belonged to Master Poo-Poo's comrades of similar construction, determining its trajectory is trivial. My brilliant clone, ladies and gentlemen, I was about to offer the self-same conclusion. Once again, he has beaten me to the punch. I'm fairly certain he'd beat you to a lot of things. Hooray for Inspector Brandyhild. I seem to have stolen my progenitor's thunder. My apologies. 1,360 or so yalms to the northeast of here. That improves the chances of our search from near hopeless to rather hopeful. Let's go and find this fallen saucer, shall we? Aha, so that's probably what it's in reference to. Ah, there's the target. Squishmallow plating, that might be of interest. Oh, what have you found there, Kyrian? An exterior panel. This is from my friend's starship, I'm sure, but debris from the crash landing. I see no other place in the immediate vicinity, which means the vessel may have weathered the barrage and made good its escape. Another possibility is that your own comrade covered most of the wreckage, or some as yet unknown party did. You're saying someone may have made off with our cosmic visitor? Saucer and all? I say, this is an altogether different kind of alien abduction. Has anyone seen Nashu? Now that you mention it, where is my loyal assistant? Help! You have to help! My beloved Miss Nashu has been kidnapped. Some cad claiming to be an agent of Dr. Luge came and took her away. He wanted to tell you, and I quote, if you want your precious companion returned alive, then Kyrian must present herself at the Tower of Babel, specifically the Magitech servicing facility. Don't forget that part. The gall, the temerity, the audacity, most stalwart aide spirited away under my very nose. My apologies, but who are you? A close acquaintance of Nashu, I assume? Me? Oh no, I wish, I just happened to be passing through this snowfield. I'm a snowflake inspector, you see. No two alike and all that. Anyway, enough about me. You need to go and save Miss Nashu. At last, a chance to stretch my legs. What say you, my son? Shall we get this rescue mission underway? Indeed we shall. They left without us, even though this doctor fellow asked for you by name. Curious. I've collected what evidence remains of the crash, but solving this mystery will have to wait. The case of the abducted assistant calls. Meanwhile, at the Tower of Babel. Yee! All shall fall before Super Luge. With his new and improved body, revenge will finally be mine. Seems to be compensating for something. You were released, Nashu, this instant. What are you two doing here? I asked for the adventurer. Be gone, before I unleash my fury prematurely. Oh, this promises to be a proper battle. I see no reason to trouble Kyrian. We tackle this menace as father and son. They're Manderville men together. Agreed. I'll not waste my appetite for vengeance on the side dishes. Hired thugs, time to earn your pay. Oh, a little warm up before the main event. Get them! Oh, we can play as one of them? I'm voting for Godbert. Please let it be Godbert. It is Godbert. Send my missiles, then enjoy some leftover War Machina. I'm using diversion, but you'll need to do better than that. My worker machina, if reasonable means fail, then unreasonable measures are called for. And now it's just getting started. You stopped the ball by sidestepping? Very well. It seems I must crush you myself. Force my hand, I'll bring this place down on your heads. Doctor leaves himself wide open. Let us seize the advantage. Now's our chance. Ah! The Manderville Men. Victorious again. Manderville Generational Bonding Overdrive. The ridiculousness of it. Ah, things seem to be well in hand. Wee, don't get ahead of yourself. There you are, my loathsome nemesis. I saved myself something special just for you. Yeehaw! No! That was a lovely nap. Oh, did someone build a Magitech servicing facility while I was asleep? Nicely done, Inspector Brandyhild. Once more, the clone has put the original to shame. Inspector, please, I am but a pale imitation of your ideal. I knew keeping company with the famous Kyrian would lead me to a worthy challenge, worthy of breaking a sweat at least. Work, this was but a playful skirmish compared to your usual do-or-die dilemmas. The villain is vanquished and Noshu's returned to us safe and sound. I say we head back to Radzatan to regroup and rethink our position. Your comrade yet lives, Master Poo-Poo. I'm certain of it. Take heart and let us continue the search. To Garlemald and back, have we journeyed? Yet this is just the beginning of the case of the silent correspondent. Come, my friends, the shard of saucer we secured shall lead us onwards to new discoveries. Wait for me, Inspector. I don't know which way is onwards. I should follow him, shouldn't I? Oh, wait for me. A final word from yours truly, if I may? The complexities of Godbrand's techniques had me flummoxed, I confess, but I do believe this. When you are ready to proceed with your endeavor, please pray drop a word in Master Garrett's ear. I shall make myself available forthwith. To our next meeting. Thank you for assisting with my investigations. Once again, our travels were rife with inexplicable phenomena, and yet I am no closer to exposing Poo-Poo's well-concealed conspiracy. He will slip up one day, though, and you and I will be there to catch him. Meanwhile, somewhere in Thavnair. Hmm. You took my coin and you failed. What audacity that you should return seeking my largesse once more. I deserve your scorn, but I promise you and your plans are in danger so long as that tenacious pest yet lives. I know of a path to victory, a forbidden path, one which demands the manifestation of the divine. You have my attention. playing friends with strange technology, cloning yourself can lead to tragedy. But sometimes you get what you don't expect. A blocky man of quality, Inspector Brandahild. Flat face for sure, but still sharp as a tack. Okay, so we're going to